Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer.
And I'm Josh.
And welcome back to
the Bad Batch Podcast.
Okay, so, right. We're back here again. Let's get talking some Star Wars today.
Mm-hmm.
So, specifically Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Yes.
And we're moving right back to the beginning of the series with Season 1, Episode 1, Ambush.
Yeah, it's finally back to the beginning.
Yes.
So that's cool.
And we actually get a few chronological episodes here in a row for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get 10?
Yeah, we get an arc in there, and then we have a couple arcs, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we get about 10.
Yeah, and then it starts jumping all over the place again. So
because the ambush is the last episode of this Toydaria arc kind of thing, and then so then we move into the next arc, and then we have a couple, and then so we're on track for a little bit after this.
Yes, yeah, because it's kind of like a Toydaria arc. It was just split up because we had supply lines, which kind of bled into where why King Kuntunko would want to
to
work with the Jedi.
Talk to him at least. Yeah. So we can jump right into the episode, and the opening words of the episode is today's quote is great leaders inspire greatness in others, and all these directly correlate with the episode, and this one just goes to show how good a leader Yoda is. Mm-hmm. And go ahead.
So that's what we basically see throughout the episode is the clones learning from Yoda's wisdom, and as we've discussed how they're just they're test tube babies. They don't really have any experience of the real world, so it's kind of cool for them to learn from someone who isn't a computer or a simulation.
And it's cool because you think Yoda is such a good person and stuff, but Jedi don't always not necessarily care, but get to know clones.
Yeah. Because
there's only I think Anakin and Ahsoka and Plo Koon and Yoda and Obi-Wan are the main ones that really connect with clones more on a deeper level than just there's soldiers to them, and they're not expendable. Plo Koon touches on that in the next episode. But Yoda kind of starts off that trend of caring more for the clones.
Yeah. So we kind of see that when we in the episode we see the clones thinking of themselves as just copies of each other. They're because there's that one scene. Do you mind if we just talk about that?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's that one scene when they're in the cave and they've just gotten out of battle, and Yoda says, well, let's rest. Mm-hmm. And he asks all the clones to take their helmets off. And he says, well, you won't see much different here. We all have the same face.
Yeah, and then Yoda kind of spits out some wisdom, and he starts talking to each clone on more a deep, specific level. And then he was there's Grease, Jack, and Dyer.
Those were the three clones.
Yeah,
and as Yoda explains, even though they all have the same physical face, he's like, faces lie to you, they do.
Yes.
Faces lie to you.
Faces lie to you. I'm so excited for this episode because we can do Yoda grunts, and this is the first episode and first chronological episode that we see Yoda. So that's really exciting too.
And Josh and I in school will literally turn to each other and start talking in Yoda voices.
I'll turn across a couple desks and be finish homework, did you?
Not yet. Do you have answer to number 7?
Do we do not have.
And people just start looking at us what is wrong?
It's no, we're not gonna explain.
They don't know. They half of them don't understand. So
well, I'm good. I'm cool with doing it.
So I it's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I'll try only do Yoda grunts when we're on Yoda episodes, but no promises.
Yeah, no. If we ever just start doing Yoda grunts,
yes. Podcasts we do.
When 900 years old, you each look as good. You will not.
I
love that quote. There's a little keychain that I have that has 4 buttons on it.
Yeah.
And one of them is that Yoda quote for some reason. So I always play it, and when it's somebody's birthday, I always play that.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Yeah. So going back into the episode, Yoda touches with each of them, and he gives them each a piece of their own advice, what they need to hear, because Yoda knows them so well.
Back we are.
Technical difficulties we had. Yes.
Okay, so going back, Yoda was pointing out each of their own traits, and he says, in the Force, you are all very different.
Yeah, and you're all unique because
Yeah, and that's such so cool because this is the first episode that we really see, and they really touch on the Force and the clones and the Jedi.
Yeah, and it's Well, because like all the other episodes, I guess when you say that, that's kind of true. Besides the movie, all the other episodes didn't really have like anyone like describing the Force or like talking about the Force specifically, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
so,
and it's cool to do on like clones because you think of clones like they're clones, but
right.
Yoda like
and because they're clones, you would even think they'd be the same. Like maybe they'd have the same metachlorian count as each other because they're actually clones. But he's saying that each one of them is still unique. They've got their own imprint in the Force somehow.
Yeah, and that's like cool because like Yoda is like this like caring Jedi, and he wants to like make sure that each of these clones know that they're different and they're special, pretty much. Yeah.
And then they're not just, they're not. So like what I always think is cool is that. Okay, in like normal war, you have like two people who are drafted and they're soldiers, and each of them are unique in their own way. But when you look at the Clone Wars, you have the droids who are just manufactured to all be exactly the same and programmed. Where you have a dichotomy between them and then the clones who are essentially the same thing.
Yeah,
they're compared to be the same thing because they're brought up in the same way. They're programmed and bred to like
conditioned and stuff,
and they're all made from so they all look alike. But the difference and you see that throughout. Like the droids are just dumb and they are the same, but like the clones, even though as similar as both their upbringings were, the clones are still unique.
Yeah, and like we see that like a clone's worth like 20-30 droids pretty much,
right? Yeah, because they're actual people and they can think.
They can think, and then they have they have compassion, really. They have like morals and stuff, and that's cool because even like King Kentuko says like it was like I've heard a Jedi is worth 100 droids, which definitely way off on that number.
Yeah, and we see that by the end of the episode. He said, the Jedi is worth 1,000.
Yes,
however he says it.
And then that kind of brings us to this, like the start of the show, which is King Kentuko waiting for the Jedi, and all out of nowhere, our favorite Sith, Asajj Ventress, comes out and is like, "What's up? You should join us." Not the Jedi.
Not the Jedi.
Yeah, and she brought with her a few. 1,000, I don't know.
A lot of
battle droids. A full battalion.
Two cruisers that attacked Yoda in space, ambushed him.
Yes.
And then an entire battalion to fight him.
Yeah, and so she brings the message from Count Dooku, who is saying, like, the Jedi, we hold your best interest if you join with us. And all of a sudden, Yoda is attacked out of space, and he has a great idea to escape into escape pods. With all this firing going around him.
Right. He's like, Oh, wait. Well, because the commander says, right?
It's like, we gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here. And Yoda's like, my mission is on the moon, not on here, so.
Yeah, and I was just, like, thinking, like, and, like, he goes down and, like, he's, like, launch all of them, so, like, shoot at the ones with not the clones in it, or with him in it, and the clones. And, they're going, and they're shooting all the ones that are empty, and then it gets to them, and they can't seem to hit, and then that makes me think of, like, the Stormtrooper with, the Force guiding the bullets away. How like the Force kind of has an influence on some people's aim, and that's why people think Stormtroopers are such a bad shot. Yes,
that's actually what I was thinking with that shot. Is like I'm like the fact that they destroyed every other pod but Yoda, and you just see Yoda, sitting there peacefully. Like maybe he was influencing those shots somehow. Yeah, to miss.
Like even like droids can be messed with.
Right.
Yeah, in the Force. And so Yoda gets to the surface, and he's pretty far away from the king, and he needs to get there.
Right.
And Asajj is like, all right, he gets a message with the king, and Asajj is like, okay, if we capture Yoda, then you join with us. If Yoda gets to you, then you can join the Republic. And so then here comes the challenge with 3 clones and Yoda versus 2 battalions.
Yeah, 2 humongous things the droids, and King Kentuko is like, I want Yoda to have a fair fight.
Yes.
And obviously, I mean, Asajj Ventress says, of course, my majesty.
Yeah.
He will have a fair fight. And like, that was the most sarcastic thing you could have ever heard. So you see these things where Yoda is sent 1,000 battle droids after him in an unfair fight. So no, we could just have our technical difficulties thing could just be you could actually put this conversation in there. Our technical difficulties thing could be Yoda's face just
singing the one song on what is it, In the Bushes of Love?
You could do that one. No, not the Bushes of Love, the Seagulls. Seagulls gonna come poke you in the coconut. And they did. Yeah. We have to contact that guy and ask him probably for permission. Honestly. But that'd be hilarious.
Yes, it is. Very funny. And so so we see this non-fair fight coming at Yoda. So I think a fair fight would...
How do you determine a fair fight?
I feel like 3 droids and Ventress versus 3 clones and Yoda. Mm-hmm. I think maybe like
even though the droids are stupid, I would say like maybe 3 droidicas.
Yeah, that'd be good. Because droids are supposed to use numbers that just outflank like clones. Because they're not really like the best at like 1v1 battle. So like if like 1,000 droids, they're almost like a zombie like pile, just like just like coming onto you. It's just like, yeah. So that's how they like win. But yeah, I think that would be the closest thing to a fair fight.
But the thing about droidicas though is like the clones can't shoot through their shields.
Yeah.
So the only one that could take them out is Yoda.
Or if they got behind him and like slowly rolled a grenade in there.
Right, and like as they showed later in the seasons, that's what you do. But maybe it would be like a fair fight would be 3 super battle droids.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best.
I mean, because they've got like 2 arms.
Yeah.
That they never use.
And they're talking a really deep voice.
Unlike other droids.
And he's like, there's the one that's floating in the air at that one scene. Because you're like,
don't shoot at me, I'm having a serious malfunction.
Yes. And so Asajj sends all these droids to like come after the clones, and Yoda is like just like calm, like inner peace about it. He's just like, they're coming at him with all these tanks, and he's just like, calm down, stay here. And like they get stuck in the trees, so Yoda's like using his mind more than his sword. Like, yes, yeah. So like they're like outsmarting the droids for the most part, and until they have to meet him.
Yeah, and that's when Yoda says, greater in number they are, but we greater in mind. And then the clones are like, do you have any idea what the general's talking about?
Yes, they're like confused by it. That's like pretty funny. And so then, but it doesn't last for a long until the super battle droids get to the clones and Yoda, and they start fighting, and they're kind of fighting in like a trench almost, and Yoda's just sitting there, and they just keep shooting, and Yoda does where he lifts up the super battle droid and takes out the whole entire thing, and one of the clones is injured in it, and I think that's Dyer.
It's whichever one is like the commander.
I think it's Dyer. Yeah, I think that's Dyer. I'm like 88% sure.
I wouldn't doubt you.
I'm like,
and he's also because he has the one who has the rifle, Lieutenant Dyer. It's actually spelled. They have Thayer,
why was
Jack,
I pronouncing
and Rex.
Dyer then? But Thayer. Not Dyer.
Okay. See, it sounds weird because he only says each of their name once. So you either catch it or you don't. So it's Lieutenant Thayer, Jack, and Russ. Russ? Is that the 3? Because that's what it says on here.
I thought it was like
Jack.
Grease?
Grease. I thought it was Grease.
Yeah, me too.
This is... I don't know what that
Reese.
is. R-Y-S. Reese?
Yes.
Could it be Reese?
Yes.
Okay.
It definitely is Reese. Okay.
So it's not Grease.
So I'm gonna look it up the next time I write down their names, not just hearing it.
Just to make sure.
For some reason, when Yoda's like, Reese, I thought he said Grease and not Reese.
I mean, that's a fair thing. Like, I've never heard I've heard like Reese, but not spelled like that.
Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's. Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna look it up before I take Yoda's word for it.
Yeah, because Yoda...
fact check Yoda.
You can't even understand me, you can.
Speaking correctly, I do.
And so, so you have those 3 clones, and So, Reese, is it Commander Reese, or is it Commander...
Lieutenant
Reese.
Lieutenant Thayer, sorry.
Thayer.
And then Reese is just a clone. He's just a normal guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have...
Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, you have, So you have one of them injured, and then they that's when Yoda, that's what we talked about in the beginning, is they go into the cave, and Yoda's very like compassionate to each clone. Like he cares a lot about each one.
And he shows them that.
Yeah, and he gives them each a piece of advice, like not Reese. He goes focus on the I gotta do it in Yoda voice. I'm sorry.
Focus on enemy you are. Look inward, you must.
And then he goes to Jack and goes, weapons you rely on too much. And he goes, use your head more. Or I'm sorry, my Yoda voice is getting weirder. And then he goes to Thayer, do not rush into battle, you wuss. Or something like that.
Yeah, and it's like, don't rush into battle because, what was it? It's like, he tells him not to rush into battle because there's plenty of battle there.
Yeah, and it's not about... It's about staying alive.
Yeah, it's about surviving.
Yeah, surviving is winning, as the most essential part. And so, yeah, he tells them that, and it's a very personal thing. And he even cuts oh my gosh, it's three. Thyre, not, I almost said Threes. I almost combined the three names together, the two names together.
Threes.
I'm getting, tongue-tied over here. And he gives them, a crunch made out of weapons. Mm-hmm. And so then, a lot bigger droid battalions coming after them right now.
Oh, yeah, they're sending everything they have left.
Yeah. And King Katuko sees this. He puts on his little glasses, and he's like, fair fight glasses. You did not give them.
Yeah, he's talking like Yoda now. He's like, fair fight you did not give them. No, not really, but yeah, he's got those weird glasses that he can zoom in and look, and he's watching it, and you can see the smoke going up.
Yes, and I have a weird shorthand when I write notes, and I put King Katuko weird glasses. Yoda gets on back of clone. Yoda tells clones forces everywhere. Cool Yoda fight, and then I won't spoil the rest of the episode. But yeah, so Yoda's talking to the clones and tells them where about the force and stuff, and then he tells the clone, he sees this army of droids coming and goes, know the time you will, and he goes in there
to help them,
tears stuff up. Yoda does.
Yoda just sits in front of the tanks and then just sits there, and all the droids are like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
And they call Asajj Ventress, and she's like, shoot him now.
and then Yoda's like,
no. Yoda just spools into the air and starts chopping.
He does a
Palpatine
spin kind of thing.
Kinda.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of Shooting Stars every time I use that one meme.
And then it's him just keeps spinning.
Yeah, spinning
I'll try to find that. I'll splurge it in.
And try and make the Yoda one.
Yes, and I'll do it side by side. I'll put Yoda on this side and Palpatine on that side. But they'll be both doing. I'll put the music in. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. But,
Yoda goes into this fight and he's just destroying the droids, and she Asajj doesn't see anything, so she calls the droid and she goes, where's C1815 or and they're like, oh, he died. My best droid voice. And Asajj is and then all of a sudden Yoda just pops on the screen and stabs the droid. So Yoda is just absolutely demolishing these droids.
He's just destroying all of them, and they stand no chance, really.
Yeah, and so Asajj kind of realizes that, and she sends out the droidicas, and he the clones realize he did realize they're coming, and he's like, oh, Yoda's
busy.
Yeah, taking out 20 tanks, and they have one missile left to shoot out the rock above the droidicas.
Yeah, so the droidicas roll in, and Yoda just finishes off the last tank. And he just starts defending himself. And, I mean, it looked pretty hopeless kind of for Yoda. Because there were just, 10 droidicas there.
Yeah.
And, that's really hard to deal with all of them and defend yourself at the same time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And then, so the clones know the time to fight. And they pulled out their one, RPG. And they shoot the Cliff. Cliff humbles onto the droidicas. And the 4 people win.
Yeah.
4 versus, 1,000.
Yeah, honestly.
And so then they start climbing to King Katuko, and he Count Dooku is on the hologram, and he was like, "You're right. One Jedi is not worth 100 droids. It's worth 1,000." And Count Dooku tells Ventress to kill him, and she's like, stops.
And Yoda just grabs her. And, makes her stop.
And Yoda is just too powerful for her, really.
Yeah, because there's the one scene where she's like, she threatens her that she would defeat Yoda, and Yoda's like, strong with the Force you are, but not that strong.
And he just throws her.
And then he takes her lightsabers away, then gives them back.
Yeah.
And then he's like, surrender, you should. And then she blows up that cliff.
Initially when she did that, everyone just turned behind what's that mean? And I was like, okay, it's tumbling down at them. But I thought she was just look over there, and then she runs away.
Point.
And points. What is that?
What is that?
And runs. But Yoda has to stop the rocks from killing King Katuko.
When I think about that scene, if I was her, I'd pull up my lightsabers and kill everybody while they're looking backwards. And
like a suicide bomber almost. Yeah, it's just sacrifice yourself. Yeah, why didn't she do that?
And then she could have caught the rocks.
Yeah, well,
but you
idiot.
know, not smart. Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I mean, Yoda probably could have killed her in 2 slices anyway.
For sure. Yeah, Yoda would just tear her up.
Yoda could just hold the rocks and just hold her down.
Yeah, he could choke her out and hold the rocks. Yeah. And
Yoda all dark side.
Yoda goes dark side really quick in this. But it's almost like the Star Wars Theory fan film when he's choking the Emperor and holding all the bullets.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader, the Shards of Past.
Star Wars Theory.
Yeah.
He's a good channel.
Yeah, great
Check
channel.
Check him out. We're give him a plug. He already has like 2 million subscribers.
Yeah,
so fine.
Yeah, R26 would really help him.
27?
27 now, 27. Yeah. We're growing. Slowly but surely. Our first video got to 100 views.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's at 101 now.
Mm-hmm.
So
sweet.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, growing like slowly but surely. So spread the word. Tell people about us because we're just plugging along.
We're a growing channel. We need support. We need advice.
Yes,
and
for sure.
most of all, we need listeners.
Yes, listeners. So lots of listeners.
Spread the word. Tweet about us. Use the hashtag Bad Batch Podcast.
Yes.
To spread us.
I'm going to start using that a lot more.
Yes. I use that all the time.
I haven't used that on Instagram yet.
No?
Oh, funny story on Instagram really fast. I was just sitting there and I posted a picture. It was a poster from the episode 9, the Vanity Fair like special.
Oh yeah.
And I posted it and it was just like Chewie Chewie and Poe and Lando, and all of a sudden on my thing it was Daisy Ridley liked your photo, and it escapes my mind that I forgot. So like I just started jumping like Daisy Ridley. Ray just liked my photo, and I was freaking out. I called Spencer right away. He didn't
answer. Me a voicemail.
Yeah, he was at track, and I was like, "Call me back right now!" And then I couldn't hold it anymore, so I sent him a screenshot. And then I realized I didn't even look at her page. It was a fan page, but still, like she had like 40,000 followers and stuff.
Yeah, I called you back, and I was like talking to you. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And then you're like, oh, it's just a fan page. I'm like,
yeah, but
I totally, cool.
For a second I thought like the Ray like their photo,
the Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, so I got really excited. I mean, it was like a lot like I was like really high, and then I was like, oh, but I'm still like really happy about it, but like. Not as much, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, still, you got like 40,000 followers, not bad.
Yeah, so but I was really hoping that, but I forgot that Daisy Ridley doesn't have Instagram accounts.
No, she doesn't. It seems like a lot of people don't.
Yeah,
because I know Rose Tico, whoever
she had one.
She had one, but because of all the backlash,
toxic fans,
toxic people. Oh. I mean, Rose isn't like the greatest character,
but she doesn't deserve to be
Kelly Marie Tran.
She doesn't deserve to be like absolutely like put down. It wasn't like she like I mean like a lot of people I get how like her and Finn's like plot kind of took away from like an amazing plot with Rey. In my eyes, I love that. I love the whole entire Force scenes. I love the Luke scenes in that.
Yeah,
I think that like it kind of took away the casino scene.
Yeah, the casino scene was kind of a distraction. Mm-hmm. But what I see, I don't like how Luke behaved in a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, I get that.
I liked Rey's arc. I liked the throne room scene. I don't care that Snoke died. Snoke dying wasn't that big of a deal to me.
I thought it was cool how he died.
I think personally, yeah. I thought the whole scene where I see him turning the lightsaber, like at first it's like, well, if you see him doing that, can't you see that his mind he's planning on killing you?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can shroud your own thoughts in darkness, and that's something that the
downside of the dark side.
Yeah, the dark side you can more easily hide your thoughts than in the light side. Mm-hmm. So that's one reason Kylo was able to do that. I liked all of that, and it also leaves Snoke the ability to come back more powerful.
Yeah.
So
and I think a lot of times like Star Wars fans can be kind of mean, especially like Jar Jar Binks. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the actor's name, but like a lot of people hated that actor for so long.
I saw him at Celebration.
You did?
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Like he doesn't deserve to be like absolutely like pooped on.
Literally, like he steps in poop in episode 1. He doesn't.
Lisa stepped in doo doo. But Star Wars fans can be a little toxic sometimes.
A little bit.
I think that's kind of like mean, almost. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the actor. You can't always blame the actor. You have to blame the writer.
Yeah. Don't blame the player. Blame the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's not their fault if they're following the rules.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
If they're following what their director or their screenwriter gave them.
Yeah. How do we even get? Like, we kind of like went off topic, but
We
I'm really
got
glad.
off.
How did we get off though?
We were talking.
We talked about Ray and Vanity Fair, the posters, and
that.
then I talked about Ray's arc in episode 9, and then we talked about
the Instagram that she doesn't have Instagram.
Yeah, and then we talked about we retraced our steps there.
So, but yeah, let's just tie it back to the episode
before we get further off.
How are we gonna tie this back? Yoda doesn't have an Instagram profile.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Dang.
Maybe we should make a fan one.
Fan
Yoda.
Yeah.
I bet there's already one out there, but we can make another one.
There's like all those YouTube accounts where it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And he gets on like things and he just says hello there.
And we just have Yoda just grunting for hours straight.
900 years old.
We should make
a 10-hour grunt video.
10-hour grunt video. All right, it's coming at you. I'm making it. That's my weekend project.
10-hour grunt.
Yeah, so.
Do you know how long that's going to take to upload?
One night, I'll just like turn my computer on and just let it fly.
Leave it?
Yeah, so.
I mean, that would work.
Yeah, it would just be like a picture of Yoda and just him. So it won't be like long to get off my computer. It would just take a minute to get on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a really cool episode. At the end of it, King Kentuko sides with the Republic. He realized that it holds his best interest to like join with them, and so yeah, so he really like understands that the Republic are like, good guys and really the better people. You know? So.
Well, see, what's interesting is that, you know how we talked about how like the Separatists aren't necessarily bad.
Yeah.
Politicians aren't bad. But it seems like they sent literally the worst people to negotiate with King
for
Kadonko
sure.
to join. Like, if you want someone to join, you show them the nice side of your government. Not the extremely corrupt, dark side, you know.
Yeah.
Count Dooku.
They try to lead with fear most of the time. They should just try to, like, be a little nicer. You know?
Yeah.
Count Dooku, listen to us. Be nicer. No one likes a mean guy.
No one likes people that threaten to kill you. So, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the show, I think the Republic is painted as good. And it is good. But because we always see the dark side of Separatists, but I always, now that I'm older, I appreciate those political ones more so than I do now. And this one in and of itself is political.
Yeah,
you just don't
with a lot of battle in it, so it makes it cool.
Yeah, which makes it awesome. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
which is the whole like prequel like thing is where there's like the politics and the thing next to each other.
And then like almost like the royalty and like the nice part, like because like I remember I think I said it a little bit before, like the rebels they're using like the equivalents to us using like Soviet era weapons, and they're like scrappy fighters, but now like the Republic's stacked, like they're like
the Republic is like the USA.
Yeah, USA. Yeah, well, hopefully we don't have a Palpatine in our midst.
No.
But yeah, so I think that wraps up this episode pretty well.
I mean, yeah, there's not much else to talk about.
Yeah, I'll have to do a little bit of editing on this episode.
But I think everything here is pretty good. Yeah. So, Ambush.
Yeah, great episode.
What do you want to rate it? We should rate episodes 1 out of 10.
Oh, wow, we should, yeah.
So,
I didn't think that.
What do you think this one should get?
All right, 10? So it's the first episode that came out, and like we talked about, it has the Force and the fighting and the politics. So I'm gonna give it it's not my favorite episode. No. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10.
8? Okay.
I think that's a good number.
I was thinking between 7 and 7.5.
That's
I was going to say it's a solid 7 because I think 7 for me is like a good episode, but not like a super great episode.
Yes.
So I think, well, I mean,
this is my first.
An 8's fair.
Yeah, but this is my first time doing it, so as we go, I'm definitely going to see differences in episodes and which one I like and which one I don't. So they're going to definitely change.
I think this one for me is a solid 7.
Yeah, I think I agree with
because
that.
as a kid, I liked this episode, but I felt like I saw it all the time too.
Yeah,
it was always on. And it's a good episode, but it's not like super spectacular. Yeah, in my eyes.
All right,
but I think
that's fair. So 7 from Spencer, 8 for me.
Yeah, and I think that'll wrap up today's episode.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Like, subscribe. Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Check out the Instagram. Check out the Twitter.
Yeah, check out the Twitter. Bad Batch Podcast, I think is the Twitter one.
Same for here.
Same for Instagram. He runs Instagram. I run the Twitter. Hit us up there if you have any questions. Like Josh said. Give us a like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any ideas. We are here's some news. We are planning on doing a fan film.
Yes, that's yeah. Let's keep in mind for a little bit. It's gonna take us a while because we're gonna do it right. We want to do it right.
And I'm not gonna put a time frame on it.
No, for sure.
We don't want a time frame on it, but definitely
it's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we're doing it all tonight.
Yeah, that'd be a very long night. A lot of filming.
That'd be like. I'm sorry, this is a little bit off topic. I know we're ending, but did you see PewDiePie, like, the congratulations?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, well, he said that they filmed that all in one day. I know it's like a music video. Filmed it all in one day and then edited it that night.
Wow.
And got it up.
That's, like, a lot of work, though. Because, like, you don't realize how much it takes to, like, film it and then edit it and then upload it. It's like a little more than you think.
I mean, it does take a lot.
Especially for like a fan film, because we're gonna do it right and we're gonna be having CGI in it. We're gonna have fight scenes.
Yes.
So we're really excited for it.
We're not holding back on any of it.
No. So. Yeah, it's gonna be right at you.
It's gonna be awesome.
And I think it's gonna be a pretty big one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're pretty small right now, so we're trying to do something.
It's just him and I doing everything.
Yeah.
So Liam just shows up and he records with us. Liam doesn't help us edit or anything. So.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not throwing. Yeah, honestly.
No, we love Liam.
Liam's our favorite guest star.
Yeah, for sure. He will.
We need to get him on here.
Yeah, well, he wants to review a couple movies, and we haven't done Detective Pikachu. We might do a short one on that.
Okay. Yeah, I still need to see that.
Wow. All right, we need to see that now.
I was gonna ask you how you liked it, but then since you never talked about it, I assumed that it wasn't the greatest.
Oh no, like okay, the thing for me, I talk about it too much. It was just like I wasn't the biggest Pokemon fan, so like it wasn't the nostalgia factor, but it's still a great movie.
Okay, but yeah, we'll definitely cover that more. Mm-hmm. So again, before we keep talking, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
it's been a great episode, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.
All right,
bye.